Hello, my viewers. It's your buddy here and fitness coach, Dr. Fitness. Today I'm going to be talking about the healthy plate. Why bother about the healthy plate? Because really what I coach towards, it's just beyond weight loss. It's about gaining health. And to gain that health, it's beyond just working out in the gym, running all day round, lifting your weights. You need to actually fuel that body and keep it healthy, just beyond balancing out the calories. And so on to the healthy diet. What does it constitute of? So we have three macronutrients. Number one is protein. Protein. You know, pro stands for fast. And in the protein group, we have two subcategories. We have the complete protein and the incomplete protein. So the complete protein is basically the animal products. Here we have poultry, we have pork, we have beef, we have goat, fish and seafood, just to mention a few. And onto the incomplete protein, and it's called incomplete because it lacks in some of the essential amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of the protein. So the plant protein, we have like lentils, beans, peas, quinoa, and just to mention a few. And so for someone whose protein source is based on this, they need to keep varying their kind of beans and their kind of sources of this so as to complete their protein. So the next macronutrient is the fatty acids. And so the fatty acids, there's some that are actually essential, especially in the group of omega-3 fatty acids. And this can actually not be made in the body. So you have to get them from your diet. And the key issue about the fats is that they are calorie dense. And this is very key when one is trying to cut down on their weight. They need to consume less of the fats, but not missing out on the healthy fats. So in this case, you need to remember that your fat, 1 gram of fat is 9 kilocalories. And 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, and 1 gram of carbohydrate is 4 calories. Away from the macronutrients, we have the micronutrients and our minerals. And this is where we have our vitamins A, B, C, D, K, and E. And we also have a variety of minerals, and the main ones are actually the iron that we need for our blood, for our bodies to be healthy in terms of what we call the hemoglobin, the oxygen carrying component of our blood. And we have calcium for our strong bones and strong teeth, and many other minerals that we need in our body. And the vitamins, they mainly come from our fruits and vegetables, and that's why our diet really needs to be rich in that. So I'm going to be moving on to just show you a few things that we find in our kitchen, or we need to incorporate into our diet to ensure that we are healthy. So our other macronutrient is the carbohydrate. Carbohydrate is our main source of energy. In this category, we have maize, we have wheat, we have bananas, we have matoke, we have yams, sweet potatoes, ndumas, and the list could go on and on. And it's, as I said, it's our main source of energy. So we need this energy for just daily activities, for working out in the gym and whatever else that you have to do. The important thing to remember about carbohydrates is to keep it whole. What do I mean by keeping it whole? Keep it as close to natural as possible. Less processed is better for you. When you consume carbohydrate, when it's less processed, for instance, just eat your boiled maize or your whole maize flour instead of the processed one. You gain extra minerals, you gain extra vitamins and folic acid, and you also have a better flow, a steady blood sugar level. So that is very important. And it also helps in your bowel movements. You know, when you consume your whole grains with the fiber, you know, you're not gonna spend a lot of time in the washrooms. I'll not belabor that point. So it's important to keep it whole, keep it less processed, don't add a lot of salt, don't add a lot of sugar. I'm gonna be talking about a few things that we need to be cautious about to be able to maintain that fit life. Number one, sugar. Sugar. I know I've touched someone's nerve. This is a big problem. And it's not just the sugar you get at home. No, there's much more hidden sugar in many things. In that soft drink, and in the juice, you know, even the one that purported to be healthy, you know, the commercial juices, we have to be cautious about them. They got lots of sugar. The cakes, you know, the donuts, the muffins, and so many other things. There's a lot of added sugar into it. And hey, let me not forget to mention the white bread and a few other things. So just watch out, read those nutritional labels. There's a lot of sugar hidden in it. In our sugar at home, 1 teaspoon, 17 calories. That's quite a bit. If you're taking a whole flask in a day of tea with 2 teaspoons or more, that's a lot. If you can avoid, the better. You'll get to your goals much sooner. That tummy is gonna be flat very fast. Next, margarine. Margarine. Lots of calories in this. And maybe you're spreading this in your 2 slices of bread or even more, quite a bit. Just watch out. Whatever spreads you add onto your bread or whatever you're eating, the jam, a lot of sugar, a lot of fats, with a lot of trans fats, which is actually not healthy. If you really must choose, you're better off with natural butter. That is, I'll not belabor that point. 1 gram of this is 9 calories. How many grams are these? Quite a bit. The other thing, salt. The issue is not just the crisps. There's quite a bit of calories in this. This has fat, it's deep fried, and it has a lot of salt. You're struggling with hypertension, you're struggling with the heart disease, this is not good for you. And hey, you want to remain healthy and be able to prevent that, you need to stay away from some of these kind of snacks. So just watch out. This is just an example. There are many more. Look at those as you walk through the stores, those corridors to avoid. Just keep your salt intake on the low, keep your fat intake on the low. A big concern a number of people have is, I'm eating healthy and the scale is not budging. You could be eating healthy, but you're eating too much of it. I'll give you a few examples. Nuts. Peanuts. I know some people will argue they're legumes. That's besides the point today. Peanuts are very nutritious. They're rich in vitamin E and they're rich in protein, among other things. Very healthy fats in them. But about 100 grams of this has at least 550 calories. And these ones that I have here today have actually not been baked. They've actually been deep fried in some extra oil. So that's extra calories. You're eating so much of this, that scale ain't gonna go down. So you need to watch out of how much you're doing in a day. A tablespoon, it's good enough. Don't eat much more on that. If you want to lose weight, keep it on the low. It's healthy, yes, but not too much of it, okay? So the other thing is the avocados. And by the way, seeds are also in the same category as the nuts. Seeds such as the chia seeds, they're very rich in calcium, but also rich in calories. So we still have to moderate to be able to get to the goals that you want to get to. The other thing is the avocados. I know they are popular. They're rich in the monounsaturated fatty acids, and this is actually good for our health. The avocado actually has those oils that help our bodies to have more of the healthy cholesterol that is protective to our heart. But again, about a medium size has at least 300 calories. That's quite a bit, because at the end of the day, we have to balance the math of the calories we are taking in and the energy we are spending. So when you're eating your avocado, a slice is good enough. And well, this is better than going high on the salad dressings that are not as nutritious, but keep it on the low. Many a times we are told of what not to eat to be healthy. And we forget to realize that there's a lot that's healthy that we can eat to remain healthy. So with me here are a variety of beans. We have the kidney beans, we have the yellow beans. There are so many other beans, some with patterns, there are lentils, there are mung beans, the so-called ndengus and all. Those are options you can have. Even if you're a vegetarian, that's good enough, you know. It's really plant-based, rich in protein, rich in iron. One key issue when preparing your beans, it's good to soak them overnight, wash them off, and cook them. That helps the body to absorb most of the nutrients. The other thing is our animal-based protein. Here I have cuckoo, you know, with the twins. Yes, so it's very healthy. And the key thing, chicken is actually, this is straight from my freezer. You can see here, I have it, you know, processed in plenty, and then I freeze it. So the key thing about chicken as a source of your protein is that it's very low in fat, so long as you remove the skin. So your chicken should be eaten skinless. It doesn't have lots of saturated fat as compared to red meat. Actually, the key, the main problem with the red meat is that intrinsically it has a lot of saturated fats as compared to white meat. There's nothing wrong with it. If you're eating red meat, remove as much of the white fat as you can and keep it lean and cook it with methods that do not incorporate a lot of fats. I think I'll not go much further into that. You know, there's the white-based animal protein and the red meats. They're all healthy so long as you keep it lean, remove as much fat as you can. For the chicken, for the turkey, remove the skin. Locally, githeri is a staple, and this is really close to my heart. I like githeri. There's almost always some githeri in my fridge. My githeri has no potatoes. I ain't gonna add a lot of carbohydrates into it. 2 portions of beans, 1 portion of maize. Because remember that our plant-based protein, the beans, the legumes, have a bit of carbohydrate in them. So don't go so much on the maize, lest you eat too much of the carbohydrate. Peas are also rich. They are in the group of vegetables, but also rich in vitamins and rich in protein. So there's a lot of things that you could incorporate into your diet and eat healthy, get your fill, enjoy your meals. A diet rich in fruits and vegetables has actually been associated with a happy heart, a healthy heart, and a healthy life. So there's quite a variety of fruits and vegetables that we could incorporate into our diet. And I'll start with the fruits. And lots of fruit and more fruits. Well, in the group of fruits, there are a few precautions that we'd like one to observe, especially for the diabetics. They have to be cautious about the sugar that they take at any one sitting. And so the fruits they need to eat on the lower side is the bananas, because they are quite rich in sugar, and the mangoes, the pineapples, and the melons. Those ones, they can really raise the blood sugar very fast, and so we encourage them to eat fruits, yes, but to moderate, especially on the ones on the sugar, like a small banana in one sitting for a diabetic, or even half of it, and a small piece of mango if they're eating a mango. But the other fruits that are extra rich in fiber but lower in the calories, like the green apples, we have more apples, and oranges are a bit high on the sugar. But for the general population, hey, eat those fruits, but not too much of them in one sitting. If you're trying to lose weight, again, you need to moderate your intake, especially of the high sugar fruits. Berries should also be here, and quite a number of others, including wild fruits. If they're there in your neighborhood and they're safe for you, go ahead. So the other thing is the vegetables. Before I move to the vegetables, one more thing about the fruits is that you need to eat them whole. You know, I'm not saying that you eat the orange with the peel, for heaven's sake. Eat with the remove the peel, but the rest of it, eat it whole instead of juicing it out. If you opt to juice, make it complex, as in just blend it together. That way you get the fiber. Your bowels will be happy, your body will be happy, their skin will thank you for the vitamin C, and voila, you'll be full for longer. So fruits, it's a thumbs up. The next thing is the vegetables. With me here is a bunch of spinach. They look so lush, you know. And the thing about spinach, they are rich in calcium, yes, but this should not be your primary source of calcium, because they're also rich in something called oxalates. This tends to bind the calcium. So don't forget your milk and chia seeds and whatever else that is rich in calcium. The thing about vegetables, cook them light. If you can eat them raw, well and good in salads and all that. But if you must cook them, saute them just lightly so you don't lose the minerals. The other thing, don't add a lot of oils. You could be eating healthy, but again, when you throw in too much oils, you'll pile on the calories. So hey, vegetable, it's a thumbs up. There's a variety of them. There's sukuma wiki, there's cabbage, there's carrots, there's aubergines, there's courgettes. Just incorporate as many as you can. Vary the colors as much as you can. These are very rich in antioxidants, and your immunity will be thankful to you. Eat lots of vegetables.